Hello and welcome to another fantastic, jam-packed episode of the Fake Football Guys Show. I'm your host, JC, and alongside me is my co-host, the man that had to pay a bet today. And he paid it, ladies and gentlemen. He paid it. DL, baby. What's up, DL?
What's up, man? Enjoying your Friday?
I am, man. I'm happy with it. It's been a great day. I hate the snow. It's snowing out here in Chicago.
Yeah.
But
it's like on and off. It kind of feels like Denver, but not as cool. Yeah, we have no sun.
Yeah, definitely.
It's cool.
Yeah, no sun. No sun
bro.
at all. Yep. Alongside us, as always, running the boards on the ones and twos, Brandon Januska. What's up, Brandon? How's it going, man?
Well, another great day. A colder day than I would like. I'm not real big on the whole snow situation, but hey, we deal with what we have here in Chicago, right?
That's true. You're right. You're right. And then Brandon, always insightful as always, dropping nuggets left and right. Tons of nuggets.
Lots of nuggets, like a Happy Meal.
Happy Meal. We'll call him Happy Meal now. That's it.
Happy Meal, Januska.
Awesome. Our executive producer of the show, he's hanging out over there. The coolest guy on campus with the shades, Andrew Valentine. What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, guys? Can I just say, even though this is a fantasy football show, go Bulls, baby.
Yeah, go Bulls.
Absolutely.
You're damn right.
Go
Bulls
beat those Golden State Warriors' ass.
Yeah, it's the best team we have in Chicago right now.
Pretty much,
so,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Honestly, we got nothing else right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Might as well root for something.
Yeah. All right, real quick, guys. As a reminder, DL, on Twitter. Where can people follow us?
Got this one. @TweetFFG.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions for us, we're always trying to make the hashtag trend, but you can ask those questions using the hashtag AskUsFFG. As always, you can shoot any email question that you have. We usually get a bunch of those, honestly, DL.
Yeah.
Email questions, you can send those over to AskUsFFG@gmail.com.
@gmail.com.
And if you have any voicemail questions, we do have some. We're going to use it for Tuesday's show, but I did get 2 of them, so pretty excited.
Oh, wow, already?
Yep, we got 2 of those. I think we got a 3rd one this morning, but I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it. But any voicemail questions that you have, you can send those over to us at 708-655-4508.
I'm glad you don't ask me for that number. I never remember it.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's my personal number, so that's why.
There you go.
Anyways, as always, thanks for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And DL, what do we want the people to do?
Smash that notification button so you always know when we're about to go live, and it helps us trend, and we want to trend in the right direction and beat out Jamie Eisenberg.
Yeah, we love
I
you,
said
Jamie.
it. No, I'm just kidding. I love Jamie. He's awesome.
Yeah. Also, our Twitter account's pretty fire. So,
Honestly, it really is. It's like who's ever running the Twitter account is just on the pulse of the NFL. That's me. Yeah. You're welcome.
Really patting yourself on the back there, huh, DL? Is that what we're doing?
Somebody's got to do it.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Someone's got to do it. My mom does it, but she's in South Dakota, so it's just me.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot to be happy for right now because he got spanked by me. DL, you want to get to the bet or you want to wait?
I guess we'll get to this lucky streak that JC had. I went out today at Benny's, #Benny's, liquor, and I got JC his really swanky craft beer.
Yep.
So this first one we got is called Bat Shit.
It's called Bat Squatch.
Oh, Bat Squatch.
Come on.
It's from Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue.
I've never had
brewery.
it, and I'm guessing it tastes like shit. So
Yeah.
here you go. Hope you choke on it.
Thank you. Hazy IPA. Real excited about this one.
Now, this other one I got,
real good.
who cares about bad shit? This one I got is from a local brewery here in Downers Grove, Illinois, Altar Brewing. They're really awesome. If you haven't been there and you're in this area, definitely check them out. They have food trucks. They have a whole bunch of live entertainment and stuff like that. This one I actually had with my wife, and I was telling the boys back there, it's called Hail Has Hazed Over. It's really good, and it's really strong.
Yep.
There you go, fucker.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
So I actually had that beer on our anniversary, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And we were at a sushi place, and it was great. I was like, yeah, I'll try one of these. And the sushi took forever to get to, so I was like, all right, I'll just have another one. Turns out those things are 8%.
Yeah. Well, no
they
joke.
will knock you on your ass.
Yep.
So at the end of the meal, I was like, We got to get some ice cream. I couldn't drive.
Well, hopefully,
I had to take a second.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for paying your bet. Hopefully these knock me on my ass, kind of like I knocked your team on its ass. But I do want to
let's crack
say,
those bad boys open. Then I mean, let's do this. Let's give some real drunk fantasy football info to all the people out there. Then
I would love to. But hashtag Alter Brewing. Shout out to Alter and shout
Seriously.
out to Rogue. But we try to keep it local always. So appreciate that, DL. Real quick, I do want to shout out to our executive producer of the show, Andrew, who also lost the bet. I'm just a winner this week. Think he owes me a $5 footlong that probably cost $10. What's up with that footlong, Andrew?
You still hungry, huh?
It's coming. All right. It's just we got we'll get Subway next week. You know, we do it as a group thing, so it's coming. All right.
Oh, so basically the check's in the mail.
I pay my debts.
All right.
So.
Well, I pay my debts too, and I figured this week JC's going to be crying, so at least he has a little something to comfort his woes since he's going to lose.
Yeah.
That's what you get. Because we have another bet. Let's remind the folks of our other bet that we made on Tuesday in case you didn't catch it.
Yeah, it was a really good bet. I'm pretty sure what was it? I'm trying
Elijah Moore.
Oh, yeah, Elijah Moore
versus Corey Davis.
Oh, that's right.
Who's going to have a better game?
Yeah, he's got Corey Davis.
Corey
I got
Davis.
Elijah Moore. Let's be real. Corey Davis is the better fantasy player. But
He's
Elijah
gotta be
Moore
rusty.
is healthy, and Corey Davis is coming off a hip injury. So level playing field. I think it's a solid bet. It's going to be
Do we have
interesting.
one more? I thought we had one more. Oh, stud and duds.
Oh, yeah, stud duds.
Your stud versus my stud. My stud this week was Mr. Christian McCaffrey. And you know what? I heard some news about your stud.
Yeah, I got Najee Harris against Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about? What news?
You didn't hear? It's questionable, man.
Oh, he's questionable. Well, hopefully he
had a
plays.
foot. He's dealing with the foot.
So what happens if he doesn't play? Do I lose the bet?
Yeah.
What? How's that my fault?
It's kind of like if you
right,
start
that's
somebody
fair,
in your lineup,
That's fine.
and he gets injured halfway through, you can't pull it out and be like, "Oh wait, can I have a
No, it's cool.
do-over?"
Yeah.
So
same 6-pack bets.
6-pack bets. Yes,
Okay.
I like mine cold. And I'm more of an IPA guy. I'm not really a hazy. I mean, those hazies are good.
Yeah.
But I'm a real man, and I just
Can I give you a
drink
growler?
normal beer.
Can I fill up a growler?
No, my wife will kill me.
Oh.
No. Because you got to drink those suckers in one
Really quickly.
sitting.
Yeah, like 2. You could do it like one day and the next, but
Yeah,
after
but
that,
the second
that's
day,
it.
it doesn't have it.
But what if it's good? What if I go kind of far? What if I go kind of far?
How far are we talking? California?
No. Like if I go, I don't know, 30 minutes away, get you like a really good growler of some IPA.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, it's 5.5 beers in a growler. So, all right. Well, that's enough of the shenanigans, guys. We got a ton of fantasy football stuff to go over.
Yes.
DL, I know there's a lot of breaking news,
Woo!
a lot of injury news, a lot of returns. What can you tell us?
Okay. So first and foremost, if you were living under a rock, which I hope you weren't, Odell Beckham is now a Ram.
That's insane. The rich get richer, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually did a Twitter poll itself. We had 74 votes, and this was before we actually knew where
Odell was going, right?
Yeah, and it turns out the majority, including myself, thought he was actually going to go with the Packers.
Well, 2 things.
53%.
Yeah,
by the
2
way.
things. Number one, it's crazy that he's going to the Rams. That they get better, honestly. I think that kills Van Jefferson's fantasy stock. It just destroys it.
Whoa. Punt the brakes because the head coach did say they're going to go in a 4-receiver set.
Oh, nice. 4 receiver sets.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the
Broke
4
today.
receivers? We got Cooper Kupp, number 1. Number 2, we got Bobby Trees, Robert Woods. And then number 3 is going to be Odell Beckham. And then number 4 will then be Van Jefferson.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay. As a reminder, Deshaun Jackson's gone, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess my real question
Yeah.
when I was typing this, because I know you have Cooper Kupp, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel this is going to affect him? Do you think it will affect him or not so much? Or
Yeah,
are
great
you
question.
pretty confident?
I think Cooper is, I guess target proof. Like he no matter what, he's the guy there.
True.
The guy there. It's going to be interesting how it'll affect him next year once Odell Beckham gets acclimated. But I think it's a 1-year deal.
It is.
So if he plays well, I would anticipate he stays there. But for this year, I'm not too worried. The guy I'm more worried about is Robert Woods.
Yeah.
They actually use him in the run game too. So it's going to be interesting to see how they use Odell. If they start using Odell in the run game too to do some reverses, some sweeps, anything like that, then I could see Odell supplanting Bobby Trees. But needless to say, it's cool to see Odell back. See him on a team that he'll actually get opportunities.
True, unless he pulls Odell Beckham and becomes a prima donna again.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, folks, I don't know, like, did he magically just get over his shoulder injury?
Yeah.
Is he not injured all of a sudden?
That's a great point.
It's kind of weird.
He was dealing with that
no
shoulder.
one's talking about that at all.
You're right. He was dealing with that shoulder. It could have gotten healthy. He could be okay, but all it takes is one big hit for it to be re-aggravated. So be careful with that. I would say this, though, DL. When it comes to OBJ, do you think he is a wide receiver 2, a flex play moving forward rest of the season?
I would say flex for
play?
sure.
Okay,
Like, that's
cool.
why I actually, when this dropped, when the turmoil happened in Cleveland, I grabbed him because I saw somebody dropped him. I was like, I'm going to grab him. I'm going to see what happens, roll the dice here. So I'm actually benefiting that. I've already had a couple of trade offers for him.
Anything good?
No.
Okay, cool.
Absolute hot garbage, but
What's like one of the deals? Let us know. Like, give us an example.
okay,
of a
so
deal.
example was I got Darnell Mooney.
Okay, Mooney for OBJ.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather have OBJ just because of the upside. But I'll say this: if you have OBJ on your roster, I think his value is at its highest point right now because you just don't know what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to be a star right now the rest of the season. I just don't see it personally. He hasn't been one for a while now.
Yeah.
I don't even know if wide receiver 2 is attainable.
I'm like I said, I would put him as a flex, unless something crazy. I don't think he's going to go off. I don't think all of a sudden he's going to redeem his whole season or the last 5 years of his career. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He really hasn't been relevant since 2015, his sophomore year on the Giants. Like, it's been a downward trend. Not saying that he can't do well, because look at some of these other guys in the past that have just blown up.
True.
Yeah, it's kind of a wait and see. But however, if you do have them and you're getting trade offers and you get a really good trade, go for it. Don't wait and see if he's going to blow up or not.
Yep.
Grab that hot guy or that guy that you know is going to help you beat your opponent.
Yeah, let me give you 2 receivers. Would you rather have OBJ or Marvin Jones Jr.?
OBJ.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't trade Marvin Jones Jr. for OBJ?
No, because you got to look at the offense.
Okay.
Marvin Jones, he's a great wide receiver, but he's on a bad offensive scheme.
Yeah.
I won't say bad offensive team, but scheme. They're not really throwing a ball a lot. He's not really getting the targets. You look at the Rams, they are a pass-heavy team.
Yep.
For sure. They're slinging the ball left and right, and when they're not, they're running it, and then they're also throwing it into their running backs. So.
Okay. All right, let me give you another one then.
Sure.
So you'd rather have OBJ over Marvin Jones Jr., OBJ or Keenan Allen. So there's a Keenan Allen guy out there.
Wow.
Would you offer your OBJ for Keenan Allen?
If someone can't – wait, what?
Yes, exactly. So would you offer your OBJ for Keenan Allen right
Absolutely. Heartbeat. No
Okay.
questions
Well,
asked.
Maybe that's an idea for you right there. So
I was gonna
I
say
have-
if you,
I already
if
have
you went
Keenan
if you
Allen.
went the other way on that, you'd be crazy. If
Yeah.
you really,
But
I would
I-
do that in a heartbeat.
I already have Keenan
Agreed.
Allen, so I'd be trading myself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to give you names of wide receiver 2s that I probably would rather have. That
True,
I'd definitely
yeah.
rather have. There's some guys kind of fringe. I think I'd rather have Marvin Jones Jr. rest of the season, but I could see people being on the OBJ bandwagon moving forward. I could definitely see that. There's just a few guys that I could see trading OBJ away for straight up. So it's going to be interesting.
That
to
is
see.
a good point, because if we look at numbers
Yeah.
in general, like
Yeah.
OBJ hasn't done
Nothing.
squat this
Nothing.
year. Like
Nothing.
nothing.
Nope.
So you are right, because that was another question I had. Like, is his name is his name better than his actual?
I think
who
it
he
is, and I think right now you'll
Superseding
get
him.
exactly.
There it is.
I think you'll get more for him now without him touching the field.
Oh yeah.
Than you would once he plays.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is one bad week and value.
Yeah,
back
and then
to
he's on
nothing
like the
again.
IR, and you're
Exactly.
like, oh shit, why didn't I trade him?
So
All
it's going
right.
to be interesting to see. But any other news you got before we get into
actually, there was quite a bit. Like, but that was a good talk. Cam Newton, right? He's back with the Panthers. Once again, I saw this on the Sleeper app. I got notified that he was meeting with the owner and the head coach. So I just went out there on all my leagues and grabbed Cam Newton. It turns out he's going to be playing for him.
So you got the head start on everybody. You beat
Pretty
all of
much.
us to him. So.
Yeah.
And why?
Sleeper app.
Exactly.
Sleeper app.
Hashtag Sleeper app. It's
Talking
legit.
about this app for a while, it really has helped me. Even like on injury reports, you get like updated before Yahoo updates, even sometimes Twitter. Usually it goes Sleeper and then Twitter blows up. It's awesome.
Yep.
So if you haven't gotten it, you're a fantasy fanatic like ourselves, download it today.
And
Seriously.
I would say real quick, pick up Cam Newton everywhere. I
Yep.
think he's a QB1 rest of season. Just the way they use him, what he can do with his legs. He knows the scheme. He could be a quarterback 1 the rest of the year.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I have Kyler Murray, right? And he's going to be going on by, week 10, I think?
Yep.
So this is – oh, wait, it is week 10.
Next week. Next week.
No, he's not on bye. Okay. Anyways, it's coming up, so I think he's going to be a good plug-and-play. I'm hoping actually in some of my other leagues, my deeper league, I'm going to try to flip him and get some value because that team, I need some help. So that's why I'm going to go there. All right, moving on. Dalvin
Justin,
Cook.
you freaked me out there, by the way, too, when you said Kyler Murray's on a bye. I was like, wait, really? I had to double check.
Might as well.
You almost gave me a heart attack, man. That's my quarterback in both my leagues.
No worries. When we get to that game, I'll give you some great news. You're going to be excited. Okay, moving on. Dalvin Cook dealing with some domestic dispute battles, right?
Interesting.
It's going back and forth. I mean, I don't really want to get into too much detail because I don't feel like that's the kind of show we are. But, but one thing is for sure, he is still playing.
Yeah.
It is something to monitor. I don't really like to get into dramatic of things because I wasn't there, so I'm not going to pick a side here.
Yep.
But it's something to monitor if you do actually have Cook rostered. You never know how these things kind of fall, and NFL sometimes can be pretty quick. So, last but not least, I just thought this was fun. Hard Knocks is coming back with the Indiana Colts.
Oh, really?
Mid-season.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mid-season.
Yeah. It's going to air next Wednesday, November 17th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm excited because we really are seeing the Indiana Colts start to gel now.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to see, the backstory. Plus, it's in season versus preseason. So I think they're going to air it after the game has already played out, but they'll show you how they built up. So
Gotcha.
I don't know. I think I'm glad they're kind of revamping it. It's kind of getting old. The whole rookie camp, blah, blah.
So try to do it in season where you can kind of follow along where they are when the games that matter. It's going to be interesting. It's an HBO show, Hard Knocks. If you haven't seen it, it kind of lost its luster in the last few years.
It really has.
But every year they always have a really cool story or there's good moments to it. So
it's a feel good.
Yeah. Hopefully this will change it around and be real interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
excited.
Yeah, I'll watch it. But again, HBO show, #HBO.
HBO
All right,
Max.
DL, let's jump in. Are we ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and start the start sits. And we'll kick it off with the noon games, okay? The Sunday noon game where the 3-4 Falcons fly to New Orleans to take on the 5-2 Saints. DL, I'll make this short and sweet. I'm starting Matt Ryan. I'm starting Kyle Pitts. I'm starting Cordell Patterson. And that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you sitting Russell Gage? Are you sitting, Olamedius, Zacchaeus? You guys got a name check for me over there? Pretty sure that's his name. Zacchaeus. Yeah, the wide receiver. He played well last week, but I just don't have the confidence in him or Gage.
I don't even know who that is. So, I don't have confidence in him.
Yeah,
I mean, this one's pretty simple, guys. I mean, I would still roll out, Cordell.
Yep.
Gage is an iffy, if you're really desperate. Kyle Pitts for sure. I'm not super confident in Matt Ryan.
Okay.
Just a little bit. He had a really great game, but Cowboys, they're not a bad defense. So I'm a little on the fence on him. If you still have Mike Davis and are still going through should I start him, sit him, just get rid of him because he's never going to do anything positive. We're halfway through the season. I don't think he's just going to have this magical return me either. Sometimes happens.
Me either. All right, jumping over to the Saints. DL, big news. Alvin Kamara has not practiced.
You mean the Cowboys?
No, Saints. Falcons Saints.
No, that was they're playing the Cowboys this week.
Well,
JC.
failed there, guys. Apologies.
You may want to.
I'm looking at the wrong week.
Yeah,
guys.
I had a feeling.
I'm looking at the wrong week.
Because
my bad.
Because on my little sheet, I see us starting with the Bills and Jets.
Guys,
yeah,
let me get a redo,
guys.
Guys. My apologies. Let's
good.
Kick it off again.
I think he was drinking.
Exactly, that's the
At
beer.
least you already started already. I mean,
hey,
geez,
man, shit happens.
You know
man.
what it is? He doesn't have any gel in his hair. I think
that's
he's
what it is. It
losing
keeps the brain cells.
It's kind of like Samson.
Energy
place.
starts from the top and works its way down.
Yeah.
And you don't feel good at the top.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I get that.
Mistakes are made. They happen. Let's jump right back in. Noon game. The 5-3 Bills fly over to the New York Jets. The 2-6 New York Jets.
Okay, now we're talking.
The Bills.
Now we're on track.
We're gonna go ahead and start. I saw you guys fumbling over there. I was like, "What's going on over there?"
I was too.
It was me.
There was a lot happening in that situation. Like I'm hearing Indiana Colts. I'm hearing the Saints. All of a sudden, this is
shit
too
happens,
much.
man.
Well, my heart skipped. I was like, "Oh, I fucked up," but then I realized I didn't.
That was me.
Okay,
All right, let's go ahead. So the 5-3 Bills. DL, let's keep flying.
Okay.
Josh Allen starting. Stephon Diggs is starting. I'm starting
Absolutely.
Zach Moss. I'm probably starting Emmanuel Sanders. I'm starting Cole Beasley, and Dawson Knox is good to go. I'm starting Dawson Knox at tight end. I'm sitting Devin Singletary, Gabriel Davis, and that's it.
You know, the only thing is I'm not, and this might be because I traded him, but Emmanuel Sanders, I think he's kind of losing his mojo.
Okay, I can see that.
I think. I don't have proof. It's just a gut feeling. Plus the Jets, I think people really underestimate how good their defense is. Like they really have checked a lot of teams. So I'm not expecting them to go crazy. Zach Moss, did he clear the actual concussion protocol?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But
Okay.
if
So
he
be
is
careful with
healthy, if he's healthy, I'm playing him. So as a reminder, follow Twitter. Just do a quick search in the search bar and type in your player name and see if they're going to go or not. Usually
So
they'll
yeah,
tell you.
actually, if Singletary's still out there, he might be worth a stash just for this game. If you're hurting or if he's better than the guys you already have, he might be a good flex option if Moss actually doesn't play.
Correct.
And only if.
Yep, correct.
Cool.
Correct. All right, let's jump over to the Jets, DL. Who are you starting?
I'm going to start Michael Carter, Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, and then also I feel like we're missing somebody.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We're going to start him as well, too. We have that back going, so we already kind of alluded to that. Ty Johnson, once again, a flex starter.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to do as well against the Bills that he did last week against the Colts. So, yeah, I would be kind of tempering your bets there. Some sneaky sleepers, obviously, would be Mike White. Last time he played, before he got injured, the game before he got injured, he threw over for 405 yards.
Yep.
So
he's going to throw a lot, and I think his favorite target is Elijah Moore, because that's who he's had.
Sure.
And probably who he's practiced with. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I'm also starting Mike White hesitantly. Hopefully he plays, but and stays healthy this game because hurt his finger last game. But I am starting Mike White. I think the upside is there, and I think they're going to be playing from behind, and he's going to be throwing a ton. I am sitting Ty Johnson, though. But other than that, I'm in agreement with you. I am starting Michael Carter, Corey Davis, and Jamison Crowder.
Who would you start Mike White over?
Ooh, good question.
Would you start him over Teddy?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Ryan Tannehill?
Is he going to play? I don't know.
Is he going
If
to
he doesn't play, Mike White's an awesome fill-in.
All right.
Awesome fill-in. But there's a few guys I'd start him over, to be honest, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just putting some content there.
No, I got it. All
right.
All right, let's jump over to our next matchup, another noon game where the 6-2 Bucks fly to Washington and take on the lowly 2-6 Washington football team.
The
Washington football team. All right, for the Buccaneers, DL, we're both starting Tom Brady.
Yep.
We're both starting Leonard Fournette.
Yep.
We're both starting Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans, not Davis.
Chris Godwin, is he going to play?
You know what? Is a 50-50 shot, right?
Yeah.
So Bruce Arians came out and said that it's going to be a game time decision.
Yep.
However, he did practice this morning.
Okay.
So it's looking more optimistic than pessimistic.
Yep.
Wow, I can't talk. It's Friday anyways. So definitely something to monitor.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead. I hope I'm not blowing your load, but a sleeper in this game would definitely be Tyler Johnson.
Yep.
So that's somebody I added. I have Chris Godwin in like 4 of my leagues. I just grabbed him as a backup just in case of. Last game, he went off. He had a really, really great game.
Yeah, he was solid. Again, if Godwin doesn't go, Tyler Johnson, definitely start him. I think he's a high on flex. I think he'll kill this week. But yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I think Gronkowski's going to be out. So
yeah, they confirmed via Twitter that AB and Gronk are both out.
All right, cool.
So don't have to worry about it anymore. Move on.
And then not starting Ronald Jones. So
no, fuck
all right,
Ronald
let's
Jones.
keep going. So for the Washington football team, Taylor Heineke, we're in agreement on. Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, auto start. And then I think we're both sitting Curtis Samuel and Ricky Seals-Jones.
Yep.
All right.
I have we're good. Let's move.
All right, next matchup, the 4-4 Atlanta Falcons fly to Jerry World and take on the Dallas Cowboys, who are 6-2. This one's going to be another interesting matchup. For the Falcons, DL, we're in agreement. We're both starting Cordell Patterson, Russell Gage, and Kyle Pitts for this one, and then we're sitting Mike Davis and Matt Ryan.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
I just don't think Matt Ryan's going to do well. I said that's another name. I think I'll do Mike White over Matt Ryan.
Really?
Yeah, this week. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see, how that shakes up. A little sleeper name here, Tajay Sharp. I think is going to get some looks. I think he gets 5-6 targets and maybe gets you 5-6 points. So.
And for those of us who don't know who you're talking about, is he a wide receiver?
Wide receiver. Yep. Wide receiver Tajay Sharp. Yep. He's just a solid guy. Nothing spectacular, but it reminds me a lot of Tyler Boyd. So a guy in that kind of mold.
Okay.
Third receiver who
I like it.
when needed and asked to step up could do it. So just throwing it out there. If you need a guy and he might be sitting in your waiver wire, Tajay Sharp is a decent name for a flex start. All right, DL for the Cowboys. You want to take that one?
Yeah, for sure. The Cowboys are coming back from a clunker they had last week, so I expect them all to have a bounce-back game, especially against the really bad Falcons defense. So, pretty self-explanatory. Going to start Dak. Zeke is questionable, so kind of monitor it, but I think he's going to play. Amari for sure. CeeDee Lamb looks like he's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, should be good.
And Schultz for sure.
Your boy Dalton Schultz, who, by the way, you traded to me. Thank you.
I did trade him.
A quick trade. Deontay Johnson, my Deontay Johnson, was sent over to him. He gave me Dalton Schultz, so I think it was a pretty solid deal. I needed a tight end. I was a little
It
deep
helped
at
each
receiver,
other.
so,
It really did. I have Kittle, and Schultz is just like he's a waste. You know, like I'd rather give it to JC here because I'm not playing him.
Yep.
And I needed a wide receiver like my grandma needs new underpants.
Oh, there you go. All right, so real quick, Tony Pollard is one of my sleeper picks for this game. I just feel like they're going to be up. I think they're going to be in a bounce-back game. They're going to want to make a statement because they played really poorly last game. The Cowboys did, so I could see Tony Pollard just getting a lot of fourth-quarter touches. So.
Oh, for sure. And let me just look this up real quick. I want to with Zeke. Do we have any updates on Zeke?
I think he should be fine.
No updates yet on Zeke. I think he's still I think he's still questionable at this point. If I can just throw out there, if you got the Dallas defense, I would highly recommend that, considering it is Matt Ryan and he's a little bit streaky. So since Calvin Ridley's not playing, I think there's a good chance that the Cowboys defense really kind of steps up their game, and I think they're going to play. I would expect them to play pretty well against this Atlanta Falcons defense or offense. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, Zeke was actually limited in Wednesday's practice. This is like the update I've gotten so far, just on Yahoo. I could really get into it, but we're kind of crushed on time. So I think he's going to play.
Yeah,
I don't
think so too. I think
but Tony Pollard, I think, is a really sneaky start.
Yep.
Because I think you're right. I think they're going to start moving him in and out just to kind of help Zeke too.
Yep.
We don't want him to get injured. All right, cool. We're going to go over to those New Orleans Saints versus those Tennessee Titans. Once again, another noon game. Let's start off with my picks for the Saints. I'm going to go – this is kind of crazy. Alvin Kamara hasn't practiced at all this week, right? He's dealing with a knee
I don't think
injury.
he's going to play.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. When they pressed Sean Payton about what's going on, he like literally came out and said – we are actually putting a game together a script without Kamara in it. So what that means for you guys out there in YouTube land, grab Mark Ingram, and I traded him away last week for Carlos Hyde.
That's right. Yeah, I could.
Don't be me.
I could see Mark Ingram putting up a solid line and being an RB2 for this game. So I'm with you. Alvin Kamara probably won't play. Mark Ingram is a definite start. Another receiver I kind of like in this game is Marquez Callaway.
For sure.
Because a lot of the underneath stuff and also the deep ball. Not to say that they are great at the deep ball right now, but I just feel like the volume is going to be there since they're going to be playing from behind as well against the Titans. I am sitting DL, Traquan Smith, Deontay Harris, and Trevor Siemian.
Yep.
Just not really high on any of them, but I do have a sleeper here.
Okay.
Adam Troutman, the tight end. I think Adam Troutman will be pretty solid. I think just because the inexperience at quarterback they have with Simeon, I just feel like
he's
going to be
get the ball out.
Yeah, he's going to be relying on the tight end as a safety valve. That's usually the case. So I could just see Troutman being a sneaky little tight end start. So.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't trust a lot of the wide receivers. This Titans D is not.
No, it's pretty solid.
Is no joke.
Yeah.
Like they have checked a lot of these great. I mean, what was it last Sunday night? They put the Rams in check.
Yep.
Like they beat their ass. So. I wouldn't be too excited about any of the wide receivers or really a lot of offense coming off from the Saints side. However, if you got Ingram, flex him.
Yep.
I think it'll be good to go. On the Titans side, who are 7-2, I'm gonna I'm gonna start AJ Brown, and literally that's probably the only one I would be very confident in.
Okay.
I'm not really confident in AP.
Yep.
I just don't think he'll get it done. Saints defense isn't horrible. They're not trash. Julio Jones is, so I wouldn't start him. And Ryan Tannehill, something to monitor. He was not on the field.
They said he has an illness, so I'm not sure. It's undisclosed. Okay. I don't think it was COVID related, but they said he had an illness. So I defer a little bit from DL. I'm starting Ryan Tannehill. I'm starting AP. AJ Brown, you must start him. And then Julio Jones, I'm starting him, even though he's burned me so many times this year.
You just love him.
Yeah.
I thought you don't fall
I
in
don't
love with your players.
I don't. But
Except
honestly,
for Julio.
I'd rather start Julio Jones over Marquez Callaway. I'd rather start Julio Jones over a number of different receivers over
Well, who
Russell
else?
Gage. I'd rather
Sutton.
Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
No, I probably would take Sutton on that one.
Okay.
But there's a number of other receivers I'd rather start Julio Jones over. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are as far as that team goes. All right, we're gonna jump over to our next matchup where the 2-6 Jaguars fly to the Indianapolis Colts and take on the 4-5 Colts. DL for the Jags. I'm gonna go ahead and start Trevor Lawrence. James Robinson looks like he's gonna be in line to start.
Yeah, I think he's gonna play.
Yeah, I think he's going to play. So I'm starting James Robinson, and I'm also starting Marvin Jones Jr. That's your boy. And then finally, another name that I like, and I've been kind of, talking him up a little bit. Dan Arnold is just a guy who gets a ton of targets. Everything the Jags do involves the tight end. So I think there's going to be a big Dan Arnold week coming, and I think this might be the week.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I would start Marvin Jones Jr. for sure.
Yep.
I'm sad that he just isn't getting the production that he should get because he's a really great wide receiver.
Yeah, he's real solid, yep.
But for whatever reason, I don't know, the scheming or what have you, they don't throw it a lot. They really just, or if they do, it's like short little passes, and they rely heavily on the run. So hence why James Robinson is probably like one of the top 10 running backs out there. Would you
Right
say?
now, yep.
Yeah, for sure.
For fantasy, yep.
For fantasy,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
For sits, I'm sitting Laviska Shenault. I think you're in agreement there.
Yep.
And then we're sitting Carlos Hyde because James Robinson is back.
Yeah, he's pointless.
All right,
Glad I
cool.
traded for him.
For the Colts, who are you starting?
This is simple. Carson Wentz, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman. T.Y. Hilton did actually clear concussion protocol, so he's going to go up there. I put him as a flex. I wouldn't necessarily, put him as a wide receiver 1 or 2 yet. I think Pittman is still going to be the guy, the number 1 out there.
No problem.
I am sitting actually Zach Pasquale. I don't know why you would ever even bother starting him. Jack Doyle, I know
Official,
you're
just
sitting
crossed.
him.
Alvin Kamara's out officially for Sunday.
Ooh, this coming in now. You know what's weird? I had Mark Ingram.
Yep.
I grabbed him for a waiver wire, and it's supposed to go through tomorrow. But I wonder if I'm going to have competition now because of this. I don't care. Doesn't matter.
That's interesting.
Anyways.
But complete agreement with you. I'm starting Wentz, Taylor, Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton, and I am sitting Zach Pascal, Jack Doyle, and Naheem Hines.
See, this is where we differ because
Yep.
Jack Doyle,
You're starting him?
I may flex him.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Not flex, but
Moving on.
put in the tight end. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, tight end. Yeah,
Yep.
you wouldn't flex him. But I feel like against the Jags, I think he'll be okay. It all depends on his goal line opportunities, but it'd be a hesitant start. It'd be like one of those, I have nobody else but Jack Doyle.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, cool. Next matchup, another noon game where the 0-8 Detroit Lions fly to Steel City and play against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 5-3. It's going to be a blowout, let's be real.
Yeah.
The Lions suck. They're just tanking, so let's see what happens. But for the Lions, I'm starting DeAndre Swift, Khalif Raymond, TJ Hawkinson, and that's it. I'm sitting Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jamal Williams. DL, you with me on that?
No, I'm not. I'm not starting anyone in this game.
Oh.
I think it's just you might as well just trade him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, you got to start Hawkinson.
I'm
He's-
totally kidding. I'm
Okay,
totally
okay.
kidding.
What, you're not going to start the Lions defense?
No, they're my dud.
You sure?
Yeah.
The Lions defense is my dud of the week. So
Fair.
yeah,
Creative there and pick the worst defense.
yeah.
I'll throw
They're
out a real quick one for a sleeper. I think Williams might be the running back for
Okay.
Detroit. Might
Really?
be something to look
Over
at.
Swifty?
I mean, he could be a flex play if you need him. I think he could be splitting some carries there.
Okay.
So I'll put that. And also, too, for not to trail back on any games,
Yep.
but for Washington, J.D. McKissick. Look out for
We
him.
did miss that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he could possibly get a lot of points for you with considering Antonio Gibson. And then Naeem Hines could be a potential flex as well for the Colts, just to throw out there as well.
I say McKissick for PPR formats, absolutely. That's a must start almost. Really.
That's why I have him.
But standard, I wouldn't be too high on him. But yeah, definitely for PPR, JD McKisson is great because I think they're going to be throwing the crap out of the ball.
Are you starting Swift, Khalif Raymond, and TJ Hawkinson?
I am starting Swift. I am starting TJ Hawkinson. Khalif, flex.
Okay. All right. Jump over to the Steelers, DL. You
And
take
I'm
that?
sitting the Lions defense. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
of
the
course.
Steelers,
Thank God.
of course, pretty
Big Ben.
Big Ben for sure. Najee Najee Harris. I would monitor his situation, but if he's good to go, throw him in there.
Yep.
Deontay Johnson for sure. Chase Claypool, I'd be flexing, honestly.
Okay.
And then Fairmouth.
Yeah,
absolutely. You got to start him. I think he's, in the top 10 for tight ends?
Right now, I don't know if he's there yet, but he's getting there quickly. It seems to be one of Big Ben's favorite targets. But I'm with you. I'm starting Roethlisberger, Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and Pat Freiermuth. And we're sitting James Washington?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Who?
Exactly. All right, let's go to our next matchup. The last noon game where the 5-4 Cleveland Browns go to New England to take on Bill Belichick and his 5-4 Patriots. For me, DL, for the Browns, I'm starting Baker Mayfield hesitantly, but I'm starting him. And Dearness Johnson. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with them.
For sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Nick Chubb is officially out.
Oh, officially?
Yeah,
all right,
officially out.
There it is. So Dearness Johnson is a must start.
Yep.
I'm actually starting Jarvis Landry too. I just feel like he's going to get the looks that he needs. And they're going to be running with Dearness Johnson, but they can't just give him 30 touches. So there's going to be some passing that has to happen. I got Jarvis Landry. I also kind of like Donovan Peoples-Jones
in this matchup.
I really do.
Wow.
I think the one thing that Bill Belichick loves to do is take out the primary target, and that's going to be Jarvis Landry. So who's going to have the opportunities? I think it's going to be Donovan Peoples-Jones. So I'm actually starting him as well. And that's pretty much it. I'm not starting Njoku or anybody else there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sternly disagree with Peoples versus the Patriots.
Yep.
Like you are absolutely right. Bill's gonna
shut that down.
Yeah, I would not start Peoples at all.
Okay.
Jarvis Landry maybe possibility, but he's still dealing with his knee.
Yep.
So, I mean, and last week he didn't look good at all.
No.
So I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't feel confident starting him at all.
Cool.
So we're gonna go over to the Patriots. Obviously, Mac Jones. Not expecting a lot. This is gonna be a good game. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game because both sides have really great defenses.
News just crossed. Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson are both questionable.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I had a big yellow check mark behind these guys because they're both questionable. It's the Patriots. Literally, Bill Belichick could go outside and just grab someone and be like, hey, you're going to play running back for us. And they'll be like, okay. And they'll blow up and go big. And then everyone will go after him. And you're going to be like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, Rex Burkhead comes back.
So the one name I would throw out there real quickly, if both these guys don't play, if Damian Harris or Ramondre Stevenson don't play, is Brandon Bolden. He's been with the Patriots long enough to where he can get the touches needed. So just keep an eye out, monitor the situation, and play.
I wouldn't touch him, but
So we're in agreement. Mac Jones, and then start whatever running back is healthy there, and then Jacoby Myers. We're probably starting as well, and then Hunter Henry. Just because
Hunter Henry, all of a sudden he was hot for a while, and then he kind of hit the skids.
Yeah,
so.
big boomer bust. Yeah.
I would be, if you can find someone better, where would you rank him? Top
I think he's
15?
Just outside the top 10. I think he's 11 or 12 at tight end.
Okay.
I think I probably would still start Hunter Henry over, Dan Arnold.
Okay.
But I think he's it goes Hunter Henry, Pat Freiermuth, and then guys like Dan Arnold. So,
all right, fair.
Yep.
Fair,
I'd start him over Jonnu Smith. I don't know anybody else. I would definitely start him over Jonnu Smith.
Who?
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? There was a report this morning that Jonnu Smith is taking touches. He was getting looks at running back. They were trying him out. So
I heard about that.
They
Yeah.
were really trying to work.
I wouldn't be shocked if they did put him in the backfield. Maybe give him a few carries.
So here's the
catches
crazy
out of the
thing.
backfield.
Let's pretend that he does well.
Yeah.
That gives him a ton of value. Because even if he gets 5 touches a game, 6 touches a game, you throw that at your tight end slot, that's pretty solid.
Belichick loves his fullbacks, and he's like a combo tight end fullback.
He does. In the red zone especially, it's going to be interesting to see how they use those guys. All right, moving into our next slate of games, we go to the afternoon games. The 3-5 Minnesota Vikings fly to sunny San Diego. I'm sorry. Where are the Chargers located? L.A.? The L.A. Chargers.
Yeah.
And play the 5-3 L.A. Chargers. DL, who you starting? Who you sitting?
You've actually converted me. I'm going to start Kirk Cousins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was
a believer.
As I was watching, I was like, shit, JC was right.
He's not bad.
So, yeah, I would start him.
Obviously, he was right.
Yep.
He was right.
Yep.
Are you still hungry? Anyways, Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver. Dalvin Cook, obviously. I mean, he's top 5 running backs.
Yeah, I know
for
there's
fantasy.
that legal stuff flying over him, but I wouldn't be too worried. I was following a legal analyst on Twitter who said, who knows, it's Twitter, it's the internet. We can't believe everything.
Twitter.
But legal analyst who's a verified lawyer did say that it sounds like we won't really hear about what's going on with Dalvin Cook until next year, just because it takes litigation pretty
Makes
long
sense.
time. So he should be fine to start. I wouldn't be trading him away or anything like that. I think we're both starting Adam Thielen too, though. Right?
Hesitant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm not hesitant. I would start him.
Okay.
But I'm not. I mean, I don't think like is he getting big games? I haven't really seen.
He's
him.
just solid. He's a solid middle of the
So
pack wide receiver.
He's a Jag.
Yeah. I think he's a little better than a Jag. But fine.
I wanted to call him a Jag.
We could go Jag. That's fine. But then I think we're both starting Tyler Conklin just because there isn't a lot at tight end. But I think he's just outside of that top 10 tight end threshold too.
I agree. I mean, he's not going to blow up your team. He's not going to be the savior. He's not like a George Kittle.
Yeah.
Which I'm high on. I know Andrew has a really hate relationship with him.
I'm hit or miss with him at this point. If he keeps performing like he has, I'll love him all over again. But I'm not falling for the roses and the chocolate touchdowns just yet.
So what have you done for me today is your motto.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
It should be.
All right. So yeah, that's the way I feel like he's. We say this all the time, tight end wasteland.
Yep.
So if you got him, you're going to start him. And I don't think you're going to find anyone. If you have him, I don't think there's somebody better than him
No, probably not.
out there on your roster or your team's waiver.
All right, jumping over to the LA Chargers. I'm starting Justin Herbert. I'm starting Austin Eckler. Starting Mike Williams, who I think is dealing with an injury, but starting Mike Williams. We're both starting Keenan Allen.
Yeah, it
he's
just
been
came
looking
out over
stronger.
the Twitter machine that the head coach actually said
He's gonna play?
that Brandon Staley
Brandon
says
Staley, yep.
he expects both Joey Bosa and Keenan Allen to play
Nice.
Sunday. So,
You got to start him.
yeah.
And then finally, we're hesitantly starting Jared Cook.
Yeah, I just don't like him because you had him and you beat me last week. So, fuck you, Jared Cook.
All right, let's jump over to our next matchup, the next 305
I agree,
game.
Dustin. The hell with Jared Cook.
Yeah, fuck
Over
you,
it.
Jared Cook.
He seems to just have random big games, 2-3 times
Yeah,
a year.
it's weird.
So
It really
it
is.
just happens.
He's like for me, he reminds me of a Cortland Sutton, right?
Okay.
You start him and he does nothing for you. You're like, well, fuck you, I want to bench you. And then you bench him and he blows up. You're like, oh man, fuck
Yep.
me, I'll start you. And then you're like, no,
Yeah.
fuck you.
You never really know.
Every
Whole bunch of
time, man.
fucks.
Every freaking time. As soon as I picked him up twice, and both times he had 10+ points.
Yep.
And it was the one too where he had the 2 touchdowns. I forget what it was in week 4 or whatever. Sat on my bench because I was like, no, Hunter Henry will do better. He gave me 10 points, but I could have got so much more
Yeah.
with Cook, and I could have won that week too.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll see. Jared Cook, let's go,
Coulda,
baby.
shoulda-
Make us look good.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right, we'll jump to our next matchup where the 4-5 Carolina Panthers fly to Arizona and take on the 8-1
Yes.
Cardinals. For the Panthers, we're starting Christian McCaffrey. We're starting DJ Moore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're starting DJ Moore, whose stock is going to rise once Cam
Yeah,
plays.
once Cam.
So
This game-
if you can get DJ Moore, go get him. Trade deadline's upon us soon, so try to go get DJ Moore if you can. But head coach Matt Rule did say that PJ Walker will start this week.
Yeah.
So
And I wouldn't start him.
yeah, me either. I'm not
Okay,
starting
cool.
PJ Walker. I'm not starting Chuba Hubbard or Robbie Anderson.
Me either. However, I was kind of thinking about this last night or yesterday when they announced that Cam was coming back. Do you feel Robbie Anderson will become relevant again?
I don't think Cam throws a great deep ball.
Okay.
So I mean, he'll be better than he's been. He can't be much worse, to be honest. But
True,
I don't
true.
think that's his forte, per se. So,
All right.
all right, cool. Jump over to the Cardinals, DL.
Oh, I'm excited about this. You can always tell who's on my team because I get really excited and I sound like a schoolgirl, like, oh my God. I'm starting Kyler Murray. I'm super stoked. He did play or practice this morning. He's mentioning throughout the week that he feels better. So this is all a good sign. However, as we kind of alluded to in our last show, the Cardinals' record's sitting really well. I
Yeah.
think they're
They're going to be really particular.
they're going to be particular.
Really,
They're going to want to keep, Kyler in this glass box because they want to go deep in the playoffs. So I'm excited. I think he will play. However, I am going to monitor it because you just never know.
Yep.
James Conner, must start.
Yep.
You got Edmonds, who's out for a couple
For
weeks.
extended amount of time. I think he's on IR now. So
Ooh, IR. So that's at least 3 weeks. So
Yep.
he's a must start. Hopkins is a game time decision.
yeah, I don't think
So-
they start him.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's dealing with the calf, right?
Yep.
Yeah, those calves are tricky, man. So yeah, I hope and pray, but I don't think he's going to start either. Christian Kirk, yes. Zach Ertz, yeah.
Yeah, you got to start him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather start Zach Ertz over Tyler Conklin. So
Yeah, and then AJ Green is off the COVID list, so there you go.
Yep.
I did kind of make a note here. Depends on the QB.
For AJ.
So
Yep.
obviously, if Colt McCoy plays, I wouldn't expect a lot out of your wide receivers. And then obviously we have a sleeper here, Eno Benjamin. I feel like he's going to give James Conner a little bit of that breaking,
Yep.
or maybe he might be the guy who runs it all the way down and they throw James Conner in for the score. So
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with whether they decide to use him as the same role as Edmonds had, or he just kind of spells James Conner here and there. But keep Benjamin on your radars. Pick him up and just see what happens, because James Conner isn't the healthiest of backs. He seems to get hurt pretty often. So Benjamin would be elevated really quickly if anything happened to Conner. But yeah, good. That's a good call on your end.
And even especially last game when they were just running the shit out of both
were.
Edmonds and Connor. So
Yep.
that's a lot of workload.
Yep.
So yeah,
Hey, you got to
I think he's
remember,
definitely-
Benjamin had that huge run where he ran over what's his face. Can't even remember because it was irrelevant at that point.
Yep.
So he could be a huge potential flex for somebody
Definitely
out there.
talented, no doubt. Definitely talented.
so talented, we forgot how good he is.
Exactly. All right, next matchup, 3:25 start, where the 3-6 Eagles fly to Denver and take on the 5-4 Denver Broncos. For the Eagles, we're in agreement. We're both starting Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Jordan Howard.
Yeah, grabbed
ex-Bear.
him. I grabbed
Jordan
him
Howard,
for a flexi.
We're starting him, and then Dallas Goedert, who is in that top 10 for me at tight end. We're both sitting Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott.
Yep.
Since it seems like
I would even drop Boston
Howard.
Scott.
Yeah, I would hang on just in case.
Really?
Yeah.
What
one more
format
week.
do you think he's better in? PPR or standard?
PPR.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but not by a lot, but PPR. Yeah.
Cool.
So for the Broncos, I think we're in agreement here too. We're starting Teddy Bridgewater, Melvin Gordon, Jerry Jeudy. Tim Patrick looked really good last week too.
Yes,
So.
he looks so good. I'm glad I had Cortland Sutton.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to start Cortland Sutton. I would still take Cortland Sutton.
See,
over
I
Tim
don't
Patrick.
know, man.
I would.
Okay, I've been waiting for this part. I've been
Yeah.
waiting for this part of the show because I have Cortland Sutton.
Oh, here
and
we go.
honestly, I don't trust him.
Okay.
I just don't. He's fucked me over so many times. 3 points, 1 point, going against you. I was like, 3 points.
Yeah.
So
So are you saying Tim Patrick outscores Cortland Sutton? Is that where you?
I'm not gonna go that far.
Okay, so no
all I'm
facts then.
saying is
All right.
everyone I look around the league and
Yeah.
everyone's so high on Cortland Sutton, and I just don't understand why. I don't get it.
Because the talent's there. Before he tore his
Talent's
ACL,
there,
he was
but-
on his way to looking like one of the premier receivers in the NFL. Tore his ACL, and he's kind of trying to bounce back. He hasn't been the same receiver yet, but the talent is there. Somewhere inside there, the talent is there. So
But can Teddy really pass the ball? Because you got Noah Fant coming back, right?
no fan. Yep.
You got Jerry Jeudy,
Yep.
Tim Patrick, Cortland Sutton. Can he really feed everyone on that team? Because it doesn't look like he can.
I don't know. I don't think he
And
can.
he's feeding Tim Patrick, which I think Cortland Sutton's a better wide receiver.
Yep.
Gonna say it.
I will say also, if Noah Fant does play, which he's supposed to play,
Yeah.
we're starting Noah Fant. He's in the top
Absolutely.
10. And then finally, Javonte Williams. I'm also starting Javonte
I
Williams.
feel bad for Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
I think he's legit.
Yeah.
I wish Gordon would get out of the way, or they would give him to a team that really needs a running back because I feel he's that
Yeah, well, the
talented.
Broncos are going to run Melvin Gordon to the ground, so that's
Good.
kinda where they got to win as many games as they can because Fangio's on the hot seat. So I mean, both running backs I'm starting. So
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, I'm playing you.
All right,
Javonte Williams.
we jump to our next matchup, another 3:25 start with the 3-5 Seattle Seahawks with Russell Wilson
Okay.
fly
Yes.
over to Wisconsin and take on the 7-2 Green Bay Packers. This is going to be a game I'm going to be super interested in seeing. In one of my dynasty leagues, I have Russell Wilson. He's been my quarterback for the last 7-8 years.
Wow, dynasty.
Yeah, so he's been in
Damn.
my team forever. I love Russell Wilson. I have like 5 of his jerseys, no lie. So, big Russell Wilson guy. If he plays, you start him.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer,
For
top
sure.
10 quarterback right now.
I like Russell Wilson
with
too.
with
Yep.
one hand, top 10 quarterback. So
I mean, the fact that we mentioned this on Tuesday, the doctor was shocked of how fast he.
Yeah,
the
quick
doctor,
year. Yep.
the man of medicine,
Yep.
was shocked about how fast he came back.
yeah, well, you're the doctor on our
Russell
show,
Wilson's
so.
not from this earth. When is everybody going to realize
is
that?
true.
He's not from this planet.
He's
This
a
is
Martian.
true. Yeah.
He really is.
This
He's
is
a
true.
Martian.
This is true. He's a beast though. Next guys that we're starting DK Metcalf.
Yep.
Auto start. Tyler Lockett. Auto start.
Both these guys just got elevated,
All
right?
cool. Should be starting. And then as far as running back goes, it looks like Chris
Oh,
Carson's
man.
in line to start. I'm kind of hesitant about it.
Me too, man.
I've been saying that neck injury
know.
he has is going to be hurting him the rest of the year. So.
yeah, wasn't there rumors that he may be out for the rest of the year?
There was
I
rumors
thought.
that his career was in jeopardy with that injury.
Whoa,
Yeah, it was that
wow.
bad. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm not starting Chris Carson. I'm also not starting Alex Collins.
I'd stay away from this backfield.
Yeah, for this
I really
week.
would.
Yep, for this week. Don't drop either of those guys.
No.
Just hang on and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I think we're both in agreement. We're both sitting Gerald Everett.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Next matchup is the Green Bay Packers DL.
Yeah, I guess you're going to start that fucking liar, Aaron Rodgers. What
Can
a
that be his
fucking liar.
nickname from now on?
No, that's literally what I
Aaron
have written
fucking
down
liar
here.
Got written in the
Rodgers?
script.
I have that fucking liar, Aaron Rodgers.
He does have that in the script.
Or Karen. I like Karen Rodgers too.
Karen Rodgers is cool too.
Karen Rodgers. Yeah, okay. I like Karen Rodgers. Now we're more kid friendly. All right, yeah. Karen Rodgers, we're going to start. Aaron Jones, duh. Devontae Adams, absolutely. I mean, why you drafted him because he's awesome.
Yep. Also starting Alan Lazard.
Yep. Sleeper, I would say, would be A.J. Dillon.
Yeah, he's been coming on lately.
Yeah.
Honestly, he looks solid, and they're giving him a lot of looks. So a nice, decent flex play if you're,
Flexer.
if you're in an emergency situation, you can flex A.J. Dillon. And then we're both sitting Randall Cobb.
Yeah, I mean, he's old.
special.
Anyways, we're going to move on down to that Sunday nighter. We
What you
got
got?
the Kansas City Chiefs, who are 5-4, versus those Las Vegas Raiders, who are 5-3. Huh. This is crazy. So, obviously, we're going to jump over to the Chiefs side. I feel like they're going to start coming on stronger. I know they had a horrible first half.
And the offense has not looked good.
It doesn't look. The defense doesn't look good either. They
but
just
you're
don't.
starting Pat Mahomes. You got to.
Yeah, you drafted him. You're going to start him. I actually tried to trade for him. The guy turned me down. I don't know why.
Well,
Weirdo.
It was best time to trade for him was now. 'Cause
Yeah, right?
That's it. Yeah.
The guy's like, no, I want to keep him. Anyways, we got Tyreek Hill. Obviously, you're going to start him. Travis Kelce, probably top 10, top 5,
top 1,
top 3,
top 1.
top 1. You're definitely starting him. Darrell Williams, I'm a little bit concerned about Darrell Williams.
Sell.
Okay.
Because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is in line to return next week. So
Thank you. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Like, literally, I was like, this might be my last week.
this is it.
And we'll talk about this on Tuesday, but I got a backup for him.
Ooh, very
So,
nice. Very nice.
Tune in on Tuesday.
So I'm with you. Pat Mahomes, auto start. Tyreek Hill, auto start. Travis Kelce, you got to start him. Darrell Williams, you got to start him. This is probably his last week of having great value. After that, it's going to go down
Yep.
the shitter.
Yep.
For the Raiders, I'm starting Derek Carr, who's been a top 10 quarterback
Yeah.
fantasy-wise this year. He's been real
Except
good.
for last week when
Yeah,
he didn't
well.
do so well.
Well, but outside of that, he's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
He's still in the top 5 in passing yards.
Sure.
Starting Darren Waller, he's like the number 2 tight end in football. So got to start Darren Waller. I mean, although he has been a little disappointing as of late, but the talent's there. So you gotta
He's
start him.
set and forget it,
yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. Got to start Josh Jacobs, and then Hunter Renfrow is a nice name I like. Lastly, a sleeper that I have on my book over here, Bryan Edwards. I would put in my flex easily.
Okay.
Deal?
Okay.
I know you got some other names that you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing in all of them. Hunter I don't know who the wide receiver is for this team. I just don't know because.
I mean, it's Darren Waller.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you had to pick a wide receiver, like who you gonna
It'd
pick?
probably
Yeah.
be Renfro.
Yeah.
He's probably their top guy. Although now having Jackson on the squad,
That was gonna be. That's one of my sleepers. Would be
it's
Deshaun
gonna, it's gonna
Jackson.
be a mix between those guys, I think.
It's going to be
Absolutely.
interesting to see. I think he's still going to be another week away before he actually produces.
Yeah.
But
I would say if you went
Never know.
after the bait and you drafted him, or I don't think you drafted him. If you picked him up,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would just wait to see how they use him first before you just kind of throw him out there. Kenyon Drake, you know what? I would say he's a sleeper. He's been coming on a little strong
coming
lately,
along.
especially in that passing game. So
yeah, he's been solid. I've never been the biggest Kenyon Drake guy. I've always been a Josh Jacobs fan, so it's kind of where I'm at.
I was, you know what? I got a little excited when I saw him on the Cardinals. That's when I was like, oh, okay, okay.
I could see that.
Anyways,
All right, let's jump over to Monday night, our final matchup on the slate,
where
where the Rams take on the 49ers.
This is
the
gonna be a good
7-15
one.
game. That's going to be a
This is
real
gonna be a
good
good
one.
one.
Yeah. So DL for the Rams, we're both starting Matt Stafford.
Yep.
Both starting Cooper Kupp.
Duh.
Both starting Robert Woods. Both starting Darrell Henderson. And we're
Yep.
both starting Tyler Higbee, unfortunately.
Yeah.
we're starting him. And then we're both
Might
sitting,
as well.
obviously, OBJ and Sony Michelle.
Yeah.
Pretty
Simple.
straightforward.
That's
49ers. For the 49ers, DL,
Debo Sanders or
Samuel.
Samuel.
Yep.
Wow,
you
Sanders.
love Debo
no.
Sanders. Yep.
Debo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, George fucking Kittle.
Yep. And I
I'll do
see
it,
you.
I guess.
Yeah.
You gotta
Go
do it, man.
Kittle.
And
You
we're
got
bo-
him.
And we're sitting
Why
Jimmy
wouldn't you?
Garoppolo. So
Yeah, Jimmy G.
he's looked
Especially
decent.
but against the Rams, like I don't think they just got Von Miller.
Yeah.
This will be Von Miller's like.
Yep. Coming out party. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about him.
And then Brandon Ayuk, great sleeper. I know you've been talking about him secretly to me,
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
"Hey, how do you feel about him?" But yeah, a nice name, Brandon Ayuk.
You know, it's kind of weird and that's why we love fantasy as well too, because like maybe he was on the outs and now all of a sudden he's got some life.
Yeah,
so that's why you have to be patient, and that has bit me in the butt a couple times. As if you were paying attention, I traded Mark Ingram, I traded somebody else. I think I traded you, Hollywood Brown. So patience is the key. Is the main thing. Don't just wait.
Don't just start trading people left and right. DL honestly is one of the most active managers I've ever seen. He loves trades, and
I just love the waiver wire.
Yeah, you do it like that too.
I just love the waiver wire.
You'll use all 5 of your moves, Brandon.
I have. I did again. I did. Yeah. I didn't learn my lesson.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's Start and Sit show. It's been an awesome Fantasy Friday.
Yes, it has.
As always, guys, if you guys have any questions, we don't just answer them on Tuesdays and Fridays. We answer them on Twitter Live. So send them over to us by tweeting us at TweetFFG. And you can use the hashtag AskUsFFG, where we will get to all your answers or all your questions, and we'll give you all the best answers. As always, DL, if they have any email questions, where can they send those email questions?
Oh, super simple. AskUsFFG@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Finally, any voicemail questions? We do love those voicemail questions. Shoot those over to us at 708-655-4508. For my partner, DL, the boys in the studio, Andrew and Brandon, my name's JC. We'll catch you guys on Tuesday with another fantastic episode of the Fake Football Guys.
Good luck. Don't lose. Try not to suck.
Subscribe.